Hey everyone, Blaine Austin here at Sewing Machines Plus, and welcome to our live show. Thank y'all for joining in. Guys, we have got an awesome show for y'all today with a very, very special guest. We have Angela Wolf coming in, so I know y'all are going to be excited about that. Not only is Angela going to talk about some sergers, but she's also got a special announcement she's going to make as well, and it's going to be right here exclusively on SMP Live. So we're super excited about that. We also got Deb Donovan coming in the house today. Deb's going to be doing some demos on some Burnette sergers. So we're going to be all about sergers today. And next Thursday, Kyle and I are going to be at a convention in Las Vegas. We may be coming to you with some video from over there. Kennedy will play. Yeah, we're going to probably do some videoing and things, and Kennedy can show that on Thursday for us. But on the 20th, we're going to be back in, and it's going to be all baby lock sergers. We're going to have a huge show about baby lock sergers. And then on the 27th, we're going to have Brother back in the house. We're going to talk all about Brother sergers and do some demos on that. We got specials on all the sergers this whole month because it's National Serger Month, so you don't want to miss that. And then, guys, on May the 4th, we're going to have another special show for Brother. We're going to have some machines that we have a special price on. And we'll tell you a little bit more about that when we get there. And then mark your calendar down, guys. May the 11th. That's officially my birthday. And it falls on Thursday. And if you joined us last year, we had Blaine's birthday bash, and I got crazy. I gave a bunch of stuff away. And so May the 11th, we're going to have another Blaine's birthday bash show. We're going to have some special guests stopping by to say hi. We're going to give a bunch of stuff away. It's going to be a lot of fun. So you don't want to miss that. So that's kind of just a little bit what's coming on. But anyway, guys, before we get too deep into the show, I've got to say a big shout out to some of the SMP Nation out there. We got Renee McFarland here in San Diego watching today. We have Melissa Eggleton and watching. We have Carolyn Jackson. She's over in New Mexico. We have Lisa Pippert in Kansas watching. We have Diane Danikin. I think that's how you pronounce it, Diana. And she's up in Illinois. And we have Kathy Tyson over in Michigan, and Angela Wolf's stomping ground. Angela's up in Michigan, so y'all may be neighbors up there. So anyway, welcome to the show, guys. If you are brand new to the channel, thank y'all for joining in. We do this every single Thursday, and then once a quarter we do a big festival show that lasts 5 days, and we stream 8 hours a day for 5 days and have all kinds of educational sessions and demonstrations on machines. So you don't want to miss any of our shows. But so you know everything that's going on, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, go subscribe right now. If you haven't liked our Facebook page, go like it. And if you haven't joined our Facebook group page, go join in. We have 800 people. You get exclusive things that happen on there. So make sure y'all go join that Facebook group. And we have a really good following on that as well. And but guys, all you have to do to win prizes on our shows is just make a comment, like, share, and subscribe. And you can get all those things you do will actually help you win prizes. So we will be spinning the wheel later in the show today and get that going. But first up, guys, we've got a lot of stuff in the show today. So we're going to get this show rolling. So I want to bring in my special guest of the day, Miss Angela Wolf.
Hi, Blaine.
Hey, Angela, how are you?
Good. How are you? I'm making sure that my mics are working. I had 4 little kids in here running around. You never know what's going to come out behind me.
Yeah, if I recall, you told me your sister's in town visiting and brought all of her kids with her.
Oh, yeah. We've been sewing, embroidering. They made you a picture, Blaine.
Okay, I want to see it.
There you go. You look really close. There's a lot of hearts in there.
I see it.
They're sending you the love. And then there's a treasure trail. So here you go. I don't know if you can see that.
There we go. Everybody can see that.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So I told them we're going to scan it into the Luminaire, turn it into embroidery, and they want to make it a pillow. So Blaine, maybe you can get it by your birthday.
There we go. I need a pillow. Well, that's awesome. So Angela, I know that we're going to talk all about Sergers today, but before we get into the Sergers, I wanted to talk and kind of tell you or let you tell people what's going on in Angela Wolf's world. And I know you have a couple brand new exclusive products that we're going to talk about that this is the world premiere today.
Yeah, and you're the first one to announce this, by the way, Blaine. And the collection doesn't even launch till Friday, but I did another, like my sleeves. I'm not doing a workout. I'm showing you my new embroidery. It's the Whimsical collection. It was a collaboration with Dime. So this is my third embroidery collection with them. This is so much fun. And for all of you Wolfpack members out there, some of the girls said that this icon right here looks like our Wolfpack logo. So that wasn't intentional. It's just there. So this collection, though, includes not only 21 designs. I think it's 21. They're all small. They all fit in a 5x7 hoop, any machine. And also, our dear friend Karina over in Norway, who loves to make bags, is including her Julie bag pattern. And so, Blaine, she named the Julie pattern after her daughter and my sister, which means I have to make one. So she added embroidery to it. So you get that for free, along with a video, too. So this collection is going to be really fun. And I think Blaine has this ready for pre-sale. But what do you think? Lots of designs going on here.
Well, we do, Angela. We have it. It's on our website already. And so we're super excited. We added it to your other collections that we were already selling. And so, guys, do we have a link for that, Kennedy?
SMP Live.
SMP Live.
All right. So we're going to go. If you want to go see the collections on the product page, go to smplive.tv. And when you get onto that page, you'll see the collections up there. Just click on them. It'll take you to the product page. Y'all can read all about it. But guys, go check these out today. We want you to look at them. And matter of fact, you're getting here at first because Angela's announcing it on Dime's show today. And so we're getting before even Dime is.
You get it first, as always, Blaine. Just like the TV show, which have been first to talk about that as well. We have a lot going on together, don't we?
We do. So can we talk a little bit about the TV show?
We can. It has not launched yet, and everybody's waiting patiently. But Fabric to Fashion, we've already taped the first 3 challenges. If you haven't downloaded Made It Myself TV app, it's an app. It's available on all devices now. Download it, and we're just waiting for their fast channel, and this show will begin airing at 8 p.m. on Thursday. But Blaine has a pretty exciting announcement because he is going to be the official dealer as far as the sponsor for the show. So I can't think of anything better than finding stuff at Sewing Machines Plus for these designers, and you're going to get to see a lot there. So Blaine, so far we have done a jean refashion. We have done faux leather, which you would have liked that one. We should probably add sequins to this mix coming up, I'm thinking. You're like a big bling guy.
Yeah, we need to have a sequin. But, Angela, we're super excited about this show, and I hope the SMP Nation, once we tell y'all that when it's going to be airing, y'all make sure y'all go check out the show. It's a really cool concept. It's one of the better concepts of any sewing show that I've heard about, and we're going to be involved with that. And so we're super excited and can't wait for it to start.
And Blaine, I promise, since it's going to air on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, and then they can watch it on demand. You can binge watch it like I did with Downton Abbey for like 4 days. But I promise that I'll let you know so I can pop into your show no matter what's going on to let everyone know that it's live.
Yeah, that's awesome. So as soon as we hear about when Angela gets the date locked in of the launch, she's going to come on one of our shows, Thursday shows. We're going to announce it here, the date, because it's going to air on Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. So every day we have our show, Angela's show will be that night. So we can maybe even get some inside scoop for you and be able to share it with y'all so you can watch it that night.
I'll bet you I know somebody that could do that for you.
I'm thinking I know somebody that probably has the inside scoop.
Absolutely. So all of you, by the way, if you go to fabrictofashion.com, that's where you can sign up for that newsletter to be notified of things. And also, because the show is so unique, there'll be a QR code with every episode. So you'll be able to take a quick photo while you're watching it, and it will take you to a website that shows you all the sponsors and everything used on there. So anything we used on Sewing Machine Plus, you'll be able to just click on it and see right where it is. Is that like kind of like a Vanna White, but in the embroidery world and sewing and fashion design. So Blaine, thank you, by the way. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Angela. You do so much for our industry. And, you've been doing so much for the industry for years. And a lot of people don't even know, behind the scenes of all the things you did. I always think about, when you and I met way back years ago. I mean, we've known each other for over 10 years now and worked together for over 10 years. And I remember, you were the first one, basically the first host of the TV show It's So Easy that aired on PBS, and it's still airing in some markets, the reruns and things today. And to me, that show was so much better than anything we'd ever seen on a sewing show.
That I love that show, and I love all the sewing shows though, so I'm not going to be but I am a little biased because It's So Easy offered a garment sewing. In fact, I think you and I joked about that when it first came out. When they first approached me, when Kathy said, "Would you like to be the host of this show?" And I was like, "I don't quilt," because I thought that's all they had out there was quilting. And she's like, "No, this is going to be garment sewing, fashion." I'm like, "I'm in." I'm in.
Well, I remember it was like made for you. I mean, because you've always been a garment sewer and a designer, and I thought, what a perfect marriage that was. And it's a shame that the show finally is kind of dissolved, like most of them do. They kind of run their course, but you were on what for 12 years?
Yeah, 21 seasons. So
Wow.
I think our last taping was the December of that for 2020, right when COVID was there. So I actually had to tape the last session from my studio because I was sick. I look back at the videos and I'm like, I don't look sick, but I was that whole, and you're always so afraid to go everywhere. I'm so glad we're back out, by the way, Blaine. I'm so glad. It's been a couple years now, but that was our last taping. But the show, I believe, if I remember correctly from Kathy, that it was still going to air for like 5 more years. So you can still watch it there. You can still watch it on YouTube. You can still go back and binge watch. Now it is like Downton Abbey because you got 21 seasons to watch. So I don't think any of those episodes will ever go into extinction because it's all sewing related.
Yeah, and it's modern. I don't think it'll ever be outdated. That's because if you go back and look at some of the older shows that PBS had, now you can tell like even the machines and things that people were using are just so outdated. This I think will be current for a long, long time. So they could probably run it for another 10 years and it wouldn't be outdated.
I agree. And actually, that's when I never embroidered before I was on that show. In fact, I had no interest in embroidering. In fact, my mother just called me right before the show and said, "You're talking about your new embroidery collection. Why don't you tell them about what you told me?" And that was, we were at a show years ago, and she says, "Angela, I think I would like to get an embroidery machine." And I'm like, "Mom, what are you going to do with that?" I think that was my exact wording. Like, it's so old fashioned. It's so old ladyish. And now, like, I'd embroider my cat if it was still alive, but it's not. So that's always the big joke. But I embroider everything. If it's sitting still, it's going to get embroidered.
All right. So I got to ask you the trivia question. Do you embroider your toilet paper rolls?
Well, oh shoot, I just brought it home. If I knew you were going to ask me that, I have one. Janice is on here, and she sent me one. It's hilarious. I'll have to send you a photo. So no, I haven't done that myself, but I have the Wolfpack members that send me.
I know.
And she does these at Christmas.
I saw one time and I was just kind of blown away. Like somebody had thought of that. They were having a party at their house and they went around in their bathrooms and did little embroidery, so it looked pretty for the first person that walked in there. And I just thought that was the cool thing to do, and I never would have thought of that. But everybody is so creative in this industry.
So Blaine, Jan O'Malley, I think she's on here. Jan thank you, by the way. She sent me a roll because I told her that I had one roll years ago. It had little angels on it. It was so cute. And again, like you said, it's in the guest bathroom. It looks cute. You're not supposed to use it. So my brother was visiting, and I come back in to clean like a couple days later, after everybody left, and they ripped off the embroidery part, used the toilet paper, and stuck it back on the top. And I was like, oh my goodness, that was a decorative roll. You can't do that.
Oh, man, that's funny.
Oh.
Well, they at least saved the embroidery.
They did. There's
Oh my
Jan
God.
O'Malley. She had some great sayings on her. Jan, you should put them in the chat. I see you in there. She had some of the cutest sayings too. And anyways, my family just died laughing. They love it. So I need one
Well,
for each season though, Jan. So I'll have you work on that.
there you go. Well, I know that you and I are going to get to see each other next week. You're going to be in Las Vegas as well at the convention. And so you and Wynn are going out there. Looking forward to seeing y'all. And it's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm excited. I can't wait. So maybe I can, if I see you doing a video, I might pop in and
Of course.
what do you call it from behind where you don't know I'm there? Photo bomb. I'm in a video bomb.
You know, you have done that before. Remember, we made a whole video collection of you photobombing at one of our events. That was pretty funny.
I forgot about that. Yes, I did that. Yes. And you know what? I still haven't grown up.
Well, hey, let's get into talking about Sergers. It's National Serger Month. And I know, Brother came out with the Airflow 3000 back a few months ago. And it's their very first air threader that Brother's ever had. And I tell you what, Angela, they knocked it out of the park with this one.
Yes. Well, as I'm an official brand ambassador, so I have to say that for legal purposes, but you know what? I only use products I love. That Serger, so I unboxed it a couple days ago live. I threaded it live, and I have not used it since June, and I just forgot one minor little detail. And then yesterday, I threaded it again, just forgot to turn it on. So if you need any troubleshooting, I'll take care of that for you. But Blaine, I'm going to show you this. I think it's right here. Nope. Hold on. Wait for it. There you go. That's it, Blaine. And there's a couple things on this machine that I don't know everyone who serges. And I would love to see in the comments. Do you only use a serger to finish seams with like a 3-thread or 4-thread overlock? Well, if you have this serger or you purchase this serger, Brother, I was with Kathy Stipe and Kathy Gandy. They came to my studio. We recorded a 14-lesson masterclass. We called it a masterclass because it kind of like tied in with the Luminaire. But it's literally 14 weeks of serging with us where we show you how to do so many different stitches. I can't even tell you. And Blaine, Kathy Gandy and Kathy Stipe are like the serger gurus. We sat around and learned so much from each other, from serging on beads, which I had to watch that twice because I was like, how do you do that? But not only did they make this machine really easy, you push a button to thread it. You can thread it in any order. The 2-thread overlock, which usually people shy away from, including myself, because it's a pain to get things put on if you put it on wrong. It's one little clip, which I can show you if you'd like. And the stitch finger, which is usually not chickified. I break a nail every time. That's a word from the boat, by the way. That's Wynn's word, chickified. So if I pull that stitch finger out of the old machine, I always break a nail. Now it's a little switch. And also the knife. So that is super easy. In fact, I'll just show you real quick while I'm over there. You got to see this because this is too good to be true. I'll open this up. I'm on a bad side, so let me just open it from this side here. There. It's always fun leaning over the camera, All right. This is literally the button to put down to thread. You put the thread in here, push this button, and here is that 2-thread knob I was telling you about. See if I can bring you just a... Uh-oh, Blinky's in action. It just literally flips over and locks. And you can do a 2-thread. And all of you that know in the past, it was a lot more work than that. There's the stitch finger knob. That's pretty chickified if you ask me. And don't be offended if you're not a chick on this, but I'm just telling you what my husband always says when I come home and complain I broke a nail. All right, here is the knife, engaged or disengaged. It doesn't get much easier than that. And then it also has this red light on here, which we kind of joked about yesterday on my live show because I asked how many of you have started serging and you had that presser foot up and it turns into, in 3 words or less, what do you call that? Well, I came up with hot mess. Has to be a clean word, hot mess. If you start serging with that foot up, you end up with a hot mess. But you all had some pretty creative language yesterday on the clean side. But now you can't serge if it's up. The red light's on. So you literally can't screw up. Very easy to do. I am so excited about this serger, but all you have to do is when you get it registered on Brother's site, and you'll have access to our class. So it'll be like hanging out with your serging friends for 14 weeks. It's going to be pretty fun. So Blaine, I don't know about you, but this serger is easy to use. I think they knocked it out of the park.
I think they did too. Now, Angela, when they buy the Airflow 3000 from us, do they automatically get the master class for free?
Right now they do. So I don't know who's going to be watching the show in like 2026, but today is April 2023. And all you have to do is register your machine on Brother's site. You'll get an email with a link to class and an access code. And you're in for free.
That's perfect. Well, I know that that's a big deal because, a lot of times when people get a new machine, they're excited about it, but they're intimidated. So they open the box, they see it, and then it sits and gets dust on it. And,
right.
What we try to encourage people is when you get a new machine, don't let the excitement die. Get in there and start, playing around with it and figuring out. There's so much support from Brother, and you can find so many videos on YouTube and things. And so, again, everybody out there, if y'all looking at this, Angela's not going to do the demo today. We're just talking about it. But, hey, we're going to have on the 27th, you want to join our show because we're going to have Chris Talk come on, and he's going to detail that serger. I mean, like you've never seen it before. We're going to have real close-up video of him. He's going to be doing all kinds of great stuff with that machine, and he'll be live on our show, and amongst other people that'll be on the show from Brother, and it's going to be a great time. So if you've been, we're talking about sergers all this month, so we're going to keep talking about them. And I think it was one of the famous serger people out there a couple years ago told me, she could basically do everything that she wanted to do in sewing with just a serger. She wouldn't even need a sewing machine.
You could. You actually can. And piping. I mean, we were, I'm sure you've seen Forrest Gump, but we were joking the other day, like popcorn shrimp, bubblegum shrimp. Okay, Win and I always get carried away with that, but just because it's his favorite movie. But when you try to list the stitches on this machine, you've got 3-thread wide, 3-thread narrow, 4-thread, pin tuck, blind hem, rolled hem. Okay, I'm done. We're out of shrimp. But actually, you could go on for a long time. And that class shows you all of these stitches, step by step, how to set it up. The beauty of it is for those of you that have the Luminaire, it's on my same Academy site. So you can go to the Luminaire class and go to the serger class. They're both very easy to access. But this serger is so simple. And some people say, well, if you have an air thread or that kind of airflow, can you put in decorative stitches? How to use woolly nylon, how to use woolly poly. So it does come with, and Blaine, do I have a second to just show them just really quickly what comes in the box? Because there's okay, I'll go over here and just show you what's in the box here. If I can remember where it is. Here you go. So I went through this. This is very exciting. Just like a sewing machine, but it comes with this big box here. Well, it's not big. Be perfect for fishing makeup brushes, but it's for serger. So check out the feet. All these goodies come in there. Everything you need for a serger. But this little package here, don't lose it. This is a little piece of metal. Just like this. It's pretty long. It has a little eye in it, if you look closely. And you run this through the serger in these holes where your looper goes, upper or lower, and then you can pull that decorative thread through here. So if you're using like a crochet thread, I know it's probably like impossible to see, but don't lose that. And then one more thing, it comes with 4 feet. Your standard foot, your ruffled or gathering foot, your blind hem foot. Did you know you can actually hem your pants with a serger? Yeah, don't tell Win that because he might want me to hem a few more pants. And I'm behind schedule on a few of those. And the piping foot, which is really fun. There's just so many different things, and they all fit in this little box here. So also comes with these little cones on the top because you can use other things besides serger thread. And these, I would love to know in the comments if you know what these are. These little nuts. Well, if you've never embroidered serge with embroidery thread or decorative threads, you just slide this over the cone and then your thread doesn't get all messy. So don't throw these out either. But definitely don't lose this bag with the metal part, because that's how you thread into the loopers. So there is your quick rendition of that. Super easy, super fun. Can you thread it in any order? Yes. Is it a cover stitch machine? I saw that. No, that's separate. You got to buy that separate. But you know, for the price, you can get both and have them next to each other. You're perfect.
Yeah. Brother's got a fantastic price on this. And so, guys, we're going to have a lot more content about the Airflow 3000 with some live shows on the 27th. We're going to be, diving into it. And, Angela, it's National Serger Month. And what that means is savings for the customers. They can get some great specials all through the month of April. So we encourage y'all, if y'all been in the market for a Serger, give us a call, 800-401-8151. We have operators standing by on the phones that can take your orders and answer your questions for you. And just know that you're going to get all kinds of support. Not only you're getting the master class if you buy it that Angela's putting on, and then, we've got all kinds of other videos that we're going to have to support that. And even, matter of fact, Angela, we're going to have your video, the unboxing, on the product page and on our YouTube page, Facebook page, so they have access to that as well.
That's going to be fantastic. Well, it's so easy. And once you kind of get over the little, I think most people are so used to either the older style where you're pulling everything through. I'm telling you, in fact, I even stared at it for a few minutes and thought, oh, is this going to be like a huge learning curve? And Kathy Stipe and Kathy Gandy were here first, and they had already seen it. I had not seen the Serger yet. And it's literally pushing a button. Now, there is a trick. You have to make sure your handle matches on the side, because if you watched my first unboxing, I kept pushing the button and nothing happened. Of course, I'm not embarrassed because it was live, but there's a little click when you turn the handle. That's it. And then push a button. I don't know if it gets any easier than that. And so I'm pretty excited. I'm excited because now I can start sharing everything. Blaine, we work on these things. We did this class last June and July. I had to keep my mouth shut. It was really hard to keep my mouth shut about this.
Well, it's pretty awesome. And when you have these new products that you know about and you can't say anything for a while, and it just makes me excited to know about what's coming in the future. And Brother is always working on something. And, Brother's got some new products that, going to be coming next year that's going to knock everybody's socks off as well. So we're always super excited and about that. And it's all I can say. So
Very
as you know, but so, hey, Angela, thank you so much for coming on our show. I know you've got to jump on another show. And as always, we love it when you stop by and say hi and share information. And guys, remember, if y'all want to get a hold of Angela, it's just angelawolf.com. She has all of her links to all of her other pages, YouTube and Facebook and all that. Angela, what are the days of your Brother show? You do a Facebook Live show with Brother every week. What day is that?
Yeah, so I do 2 live shows, one on Brother's page every Tuesday at noon Eastern Standard Time, and it's always featuring Brother products. I also do my own live show on Wednesday if you go to my Facebook and YouTube, and that's at 1:30 Eastern. And I'm always, you never know what's going to show up on that show. We could have Maxine the Squirrel or sewing, you never know. But anyways, 2 shows for you, and then I just get you ready for Blaine's show on Thursday. Sounds like a fun week to me, Blaine. I think we planned this perfectly.
I think we did. So, Angela, thank you so much. And again, guys, remember to go check out Angela's new collections that they're basically launching Friday. But guess what? I'm launching them today. You can go check them out right now, smplive.tv. You'll see the collections up there. Just click on it. It'll take you to the product page. You can see both she has 2 new collections to go along with her existing collection. So, guys, go check that out right now. Angela, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you, Blaine. Thank you for having me. And everyone, great to see you. Blaine, I got to keep watching because I love your shows. So thank you. And
well, we're going to have you back as soon as we get the date of the new TV show. We're going to have you back on here so we can announce that. And we'll work through all that with everybody.
And I'll see you in Vegas.
Yes.
See you in Vegas, baby.
All righty. Bye-bye. All right, guys. Y'all got it here first. You got to, hear about Angela's new collections. You got to hear a little bit about the Airflow 3000. We're going to have a lot more details on that. We've had it on our shows before, but we're going to have a lot more details on that on the 27th. So if you've been interested in that, we're going to really break it out. We got Chris Talk coming on live, going to do some demonstrations with that. And we'll probably have a few other guests as well. But you want to come on and check that out. But it's going to be a pretty awesome show. And so again, guys, if you want to check Angela, what she's doing out, it's just angelawolf.com. And you can see all the links to all her other pages. And make sure y'all go check out her live Facebook shows as well. All right, guys, we're going to continue on. So let's show them the overlay. Do we have that, Kennedy?
Yes.
All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about the Airflow 3000, guys. And again, we have this available right now. The normal price on this is $1,200 or $1,299. And you want to make sure that you get this because you're going to get the free Angela Wolf Masterclass with the purchase. And guys, there's no telling if they put a value on that, how much that it would be more than the actual price of the machine, because there's a lot of work goes into those, taping those master classes and with Angela and how long it takes and all the things that they go through. But they're going to break that down. So you're going to basically get hands-on instruction from Angela on that. And they're going to go through every little detail. So again, even if you see us when we highlight this on the 27th with Chris Talk, you're still going to get so much more out of the masterclass because it details and goes over so much training through that. So, just know that if you buy this, you're not going to be left out, in left field on your own. You're going to have a lot of support on this. So again, guys, give us a call. It is Serger Month, so you never know what happens on Serger Month. So give us a call right now if you're interested in this Airflow 3000, 800-401-8151. And we do have some financing available as well. But excuse me, if you've been in the market for a Serger, don't delay. Give us a call today and get yours. All right, guys. So we're going to move on. We're going to go over to the San Marcos store. We have Roger and running the cameras. We have Deb Donovan over there. And guys, now we're going to talk about the Burnette Serger. Now, this is an air threader Serger as well. And, and it's made by Burnette. So the quality is there as well. And guys, again, every Serger we're going to highlight on our show this month are all air threaders. That's kind of the new trend. People in the past have really struggled with threading their Sergers. I mean, we used to even have a charge. You could bring it in the store and we would charge you for our service techs to thread your Serger for you. That's how people hated it to thread them. They were so difficult. Now you can have it threaded in under 10 seconds. It's incredible how fast. And so that's one of the great things about the technology. It's made serging a lot more fun and a lot faster. So anyway, let's go to Deb. So Deb, welcome to the show. And I know you're excited to show this Burnette this morning. So we're going to let you get going in showing this. And then we'll see you back here in about 30 minutes. And I'll tell everybody how they can get it.
All right. Sounds great, Blaine. Thank you. So it seems like the last time I was on here was with the Burnette and sewing machine. And now I'm here with the Burnette Sergers. Burnettes have come so far from when they were first introduced. I would put these Burnette, I've got the B64 today, but anything in the B60 series up against just about anything in the market right now. Burnette has had a hand in the entire engineering process of this, but they're not manufacturing it. They've got somebody else that they partnered with to do the manufacturing. So you've got all of Burnette's ability to go in and really perfect a process tied in with a lower cost manufacturing process. So there's a couple things that we're missing off of here that I would have on a larger serger. But by and large, this serger has just about everything that you might be looking for in a 4-thread serger. So let me start out by showing you, I've got it fully dressed right now, is kind of what I jokingly called it. So the B64 serger comes with this extension table right here. So you're going to have probably about 7-8 more inches to the left of your needle to support your project. That's one of the common things that people want in a serger is more space to hold on to your project so that it doesn't kind of like fall off to the side. Now this is completely removable and got it. Okay, slightly awkward reach just because I was on camera. There's a little button back there, right here. Press that button down and the whole thing slides right off and you can set it aside. I also have a trim bin on the front here that comes right off to dump it. It's a very large, good sized trim bin. We have a lot of machines with trim bins. And what I noticed as I was getting ready for this demo yesterday is that all the scraps stayed in the trim bin. We have some trim bins where the fabric doesn't, the cutoffs don't go into the bin. They kind of want to fall out the front. So these all went straight in the trim bin. It's got 2 little hooks to lock it into place. So it's super easy to put on and take off when it's time to empty it. And it's going to keep your table cleaner. That's going to go back on a second. And then I also have on the B64 a free arm. So you can slide this piece right off and now you've got a free arm so you can go in there and do cups and collars and anything that you would be kind of have to do inside out on a traditional serger. You can do in kind of a more standard orientation because you have the free arm on the B64 serger. So I'm going to slide that right back on just so that I don't have to. So I've got my workspace back here. You have, this is a 4-thread serger. And on this 4-thread serger, you have 16 different stitches that you can do. I'm only going to show you a fraction of them in the time that I have today. But you can do anything, a 2-thread, a 3-thread, 4-thread, chain stitch, flat locks, overlocks, rolled hems. All of them can be done right here on the Burnette B64. So let me show you how it threads real quick, because that's one of the things that makes this a really great serger. You can actually see I have 2 threads threaded and I have 2 threads not threaded. Oh, wait, I forgot one thing. See my knee lift right here? The knee lift is going to let me raise and lower the presser foot. Whoops, I'm at a weird angle here. The knee lift will let me raise and lower the presser foot so that I don't have to take my hands off the fabric if I don't want to. So if I lower this front door right here, you will see that I kind of have 2 air ports right here. I actually have onboard tools, and these are the 3 most common tools I use. It's my screwdriver and my brush and my tweezers. And so these are the 3 that I use most of the time. And they're right here. They have a place on the serger, on the face of the serger, so they're not catching on anything down here. So they're always there. I don't have to go scramble for the screwdriver when it's time to replace a needle. And this is my threading mechanism right here. Right here, my threader mechanism is open. It's not been engaged. So to the left, and Roger tries to zoom in right to here. I can just, oh, it was in place already. I can just turn the hand wheel and not have to look at it until the tubes click into place. So let me do that again. So I can turn it a little bit more and you can see as it rotates, when both loopers get in the threading position, those tubes automatically go out and connect themselves to the loopers. Those tubes are what means that I can thread it even if I can't see it anymore. So I've got my 2 threads right here that we're going to put on. You can thread the serger in any order. I'm going to still do it and kind of in the traditional orientation just because it lets me work inside to out. So I can put that on there. And then I've got this guide right here. Just as you would expect, I'm sitting on the bottom of the serger thread somehow. Okay. So from there, I've got these 2 ports right here. And you can see that this one is blue, and that's because I'm on the blue thread. Everything's color-coded all the way through. So I just have to go ahead and poke this into the hole. Okay, I like to get about an inch or so in there. And you can put that thread in any way that works for you. Some days when your hands are really dry, the only thing for it is tweezers. And let's do the second one. And this one's red. So the end of this is going to go in the red port. Maybe. The end of this is going into the red port. This is definitely a me problem and not a machine problem. I cannot get it in there today. This is right now. So here comes my handy dandy tweezers, because I can't seem to, I'm having issues. It's not like I didn't thread this 4 or 5 times yesterday, right? There we go. Our rules say whatever it takes. However you get that thread in there, it's a good choice. And now from there, I'm going to put my tweezers away so I don't put them down and lose them. I'm going to push the threading button right here, and you are going to see puddles of thread come out of the ends of both of the loopers. I have made sure I had enough slack so that it's all, I've got a little puddle of it right here. And if I did that, now I've threaded the machine. It was as easy as that to get the loopers done. And for those of you that were paying attention, the needles I already threaded before you got here. So let me just grab that thread and dress it a little bit. Oops, I'm not going to unthread my needles. I do have the foot down right now. A safety feature, if I try and close the door with the threading tubes engaged, I can't. I really like that because it's something I often forget to do. So I can lift that right up there, close it, and now I'm ready to go start serging. Everything that I need to serge, to adjust my settings, is right here on the outside of the machine. On the right-hand side, I've got my length and my differential feed, my hand wheel, and I even have my presser lifter is on the right side of the machine. That might not seem like a big deal, and it actually might seem like an unusual choice, but there's not a lot of space back here, and this presser foot lifter can get caught on your fabric sometimes. So when it's on the right, it's always out of the way. It's not going to be able to catch on your fabric and lift, because if that presser foot comes up while you're sewing, it's going to make a mess underneath, and you're just don't want to have to fix that. So I've got those on the side here. My width knob is right here. And then this knob on the left-hand side is my pressure on the presser foot. So all of the knobs are available to me at any time, and I can adjust any setting at any time. I don't have to stop and reposition something. So I've got my loopers threaded. I've got my needles threaded. Everything's color-coded, so it's very easy to do. You can see I've got yellow and green here for my needles, and I have yellow and green here and yellow and green here to make sure that I can get all the way through, and I don't have to worry about what threads go where. So I've got it threaded for a 4 thread, 2 in the loopers and 2 in the needles. And so let's just kind of go along. I can go 1,300 stitches per minute. And it's still really stable and smooth and pretty quiet. I can chain off, as I like to call it, to get to the cutter that's on the side of the machine. And if you look at this, I have a really well balanced stitch. Here's the front of it. I can't see anything coming over the edge. Everything is nice and equally tensioned. So that is a beautiful stitch that I got without having to even worry about anything. The tensions were exactly perfect for me. I can do denim as well. It's got enough ability to do denim. I will tell you that I actually did 8 layers of knit, I think, earlier today. So there I am, going smoothly through the 4 thread, or the 2 layers of denim. I can even get it to go through 4 layers of denim without making any adjustments as we go and fold that over. So 2 layers, 4 layers. I did not make any adjustments to it, and it sewed through everything just fine. So you don't have to worry about your seam allowances coming together, the serger is going to be able to tackle those with ease. I did forget to put my trim bin back on, so let me do that right now. Keep my workspace kind of neat here. There's so many things that you can do with the differential feed and the stitch length on the machine. So if I adjust that differential feed a little bit, and then I'm going to come back here and just do that real quick. Hey, did you notice I can put my hand in the right of the needle? There's 5 inches of space right here, which hasn't been the standard for a long time. There's been years when I had to use tweezers to reach through to get to anything. But on the B64, with that 5 inches of space, I can comfortably work inside the harp with that. So I set it up for a gathering stitch, and it started to do a little gather for me. But if I just kind of go and isolate the needle thread and pull that, then I can get that to gather up for me even more. Has that been? That's not the right thread. Well, I could get it to gather up for me even more. And then I've got a fully adjustable gather. I used to make these skirts for my daughter, and at the bottom, it was 7 widths of fabric around the bottom. I gathered down. I broke so many threads trying to do that. And, I'm talking, and my sister, the not sewer, is like, oh, I read on the internet that I can just put my, zigzag over dental floss and it'll take care of it. Okay, but now I have to find dental floss and I have to do a zigzag stitch and I still have to pull it. But with this, my threads aren't going to break and my fabric's not going to fray because the overlock stitch is holding everything tidy. And all I have to do is pull on the needle thread right there and the whole thing will gather right up for me. It's just amazing. So those have all been standard woven fabrics, but the B64 is going to be able to do lots of other things as well. I have a pile of different knits here that I can really put through the B64 and nothing is going to have a problem. Nothing I have to adjust. This is a knit, but it's a very stiff knit. It doesn't have a lot of flex to it. And so I can go right there. Send him through. All right. I'm going to tell you that there's something of a tension disc right now, I think. So, lay those all back in. My little trick for making sure everything is in a tension disc. If you take it down to 0, then if it's not in the tension disc, then it will slide right back in. The thread will slide into the tension disc for you. Yep, that took care most of it. So nice and even. I can stretch it a little bit and it's just fine. This is more like your standard knit that you're going to find a lot of places. It's not that stretchy in one direction, but it is stretchy in the other direction. And I can go right through there as well. The B64, I'm always amazed about how well it has handled all of these different fabric types that I threw at it. This is just random fabric scraps that we have around the store of a whole lot of different styles of knits. So this is your standard knit. If I look at the edge of it, it's just a tiny, tiny bit wavy. So I might want to go and adjust the differential feed on it. But a lot of times, just a kind of a little adjusting of it by giving a little tug will make everything flatten right back out for you. A thin t-shirt knit. I have a kind of a brushed poly here. This is the one that I really wanted to show you because this is a 4-way stretch. So it stretches in this direction and it stretches in this direction. And I can put that right through as well without making any significant adjustments to the Burnette. And off she goes. Okay, now on this one, for such a thin knit, I probably don't want that wide of a stitch. I probably want to use a 3-thread stitch instead of the 4-thread stitch. So I'm going to make that change real quick. All I need to do is come in here and cut that thread. Cut the thread, and then I'm going to put the presser foot up, pull it through, get rid of that, grab my screwdriver, and take out that needle. Normally, you have no idea what to do with the needle once you've done this, but back here on the thread stand is a place for me to put that extra needle when I've taken it out, so you're not trying to find some place to put it, and then hopefully you don't put it on your table, then it rolls to the floor. So now that's all I had to do to get myself set up for a 3-thread serge. So I can come back in here and grab another piece of fabric. No, not that one. That's the fat one. This one. Same fabric, same stretch, 4-way stretch fabric. Put the foot down because that's the thing that I There are so many things that you can do with this serger. There's not one thing that I tried yesterday afternoon that it wouldn't do for me. So here's the thinner 3-thread stitch. So I've got my 4-thread stitch and my 3-thread stitch. Didn't make any adjustments, but the 3-thread one's going to be probably a better choice for me because because this is a much stretchier fabric. And if you happen to want to do a rolled hem on something, I'm just going to grab this piece of fabric right here. For me to do a rolled hem, I have to move the stitch finger. I'm going to change the width. I'm going to change the length. And there's my rolled hem. And I deal with a lot of sergers. I guarantee you that this one is quieter than a lot of sergers kind of in this area. And I don't have a sew mat under it, and it's not bouncing on the table either. I meant to put a sew mat under it just in case I had a problem, but I forgot, and I haven't had a problem. So it's been really good. Mm-hmm. So right there, I switched over to a rolled hem with one flip of a switch. I probably would want to go and tighten up this tension just a little bit. But you could switch back and forth between your different stitches so easily that you aren't even going to believe it. Getting finished edges on anything, I know I do a lot of fitting of my garments, so I like to construct with a straight stitch. But then when I go back to finish them, I do like to use the serger to get in there and finish it, because that way I don't have raw edges on the inside. It's also a great way to put a cute little hem on a towel or anything else, because all you have to do is, push that back. To put a hem on, I folded it in half the wrong way. I was going to say, all you have to do is fold a piece of fabric in half and stitch it. And there I've got a sewing error, but I have a finished edge on the inside, and you've got a nice hem on the outside. This is actually how, on a lot of the cardigans that you're making, that's how you get that finished edge right there on a cardigan. There are so many different things that the B64 can do for you, and it comes with so many features: the extension table, the free arm, the air threading, the trim bin, all of those things. are one of those things that make a good machine better. They've gone through, and as Bernina was designing this machine, I really think they took away all of the kind of the little stress points as you're trying to work your way through a serger. The threading is super easy to do. I've got a free arm I have, so I don't have to sew inside out. I have an extension table, so I don't have to worry about my fabric falling. The air threading system, I can do blind. I just have to flip the switch, turn the knob, and I'm ready to go. On the side, I have tension or a presser on my presser foot. It's all right there for me. And they've even given me a threading guide showing me how to thread all 16 stitches. And this is the 20-page quick start guide, which if you've serged before is really all you need to know to get started with the B64. There is a 80-something page PDF manual online, but if you're anything like me, you want to get going. And so all you're going to do is read the first few pages where it tells you how to thread it anyways. And I do have a little toolbox that comes with it as well. But most of the time you're not going to need this because remember, we've got the onboard storage right here on the machine for the things that you're going to use the most. So inside here, I have 4 spool caps if your thread's moving around on you. I've got thread nets. I have discs to put on the top of certain spools of thread. An extra cutting knife. A looper threader wire. You can do decorative threads with this machine. I actually have a sample right here of if you got a really fun, fancy decorative thread and threaded that through the looper, you can get stitches that look like these on the edges of your fabric. It's just a really, really cool look. And really, other than a screwdriver, that's everything that's in there because the 3 things I use the most often are sitting right here. And they have a home and they get put away. Just like when I take my needle off, I got a home for my needle and I can put it away right back there. So the one thing that I wanted to stitch that I wanted to show you that I didn't was there is a flat lock stitch, and we rarely actually thread the flat lock stitch and show it to you as we're doing a demo. But flat lock is what you see on a lot of athletic wear. And so this is just a sample that I made with the flat lock stitch on it, showing you that you can get that look very easily just by threading the machine the right way. And on the back, you've got fully finished edges. So it's beautiful and perfect. And it's really great for those stretchy, like workout shirts and that kind of thing. There is so much that you can do on the B64, but I think I got most of it in here for you. I don't think I overlooked a lot. 1,300 stitches per minute. And you saw how smooth it was when I did that. 5 inches and also 5 LED lights here means that I've got great visibility to what I'm doing. And I have to tell you that even this is a little thing, but these threading paths right here, each one has its own path. I have 2 grooves back here for my threads to go in. And I have this little coil over here so my threads stay separated. That's one of the things that I really don't appreciate about some of the lower end sergers, that my threads can twist up there. But like I said, Bernina went through when they were designing the machine and they really tried to take away a lot of those pain points. And I think that they did a phenomenal job with it. So Blaine, did anybody have any questions? Or are you just going to tell them how they can get the B64 today?
Well, let's throw it out there. If anybody's got any questions about anything that Deb went over, go ahead and put them in the chat right now, and we'll take a look at it, Deb, and see if anybody's got any questions for you on that. And but guys, we actually have 3 different models of the Burnette sergers today that we're going to actually highlight and show those. And we have a special on all 3, and we're going to highlight and give you an overview of those. But I want to first see if you've got any questions out there. Nothing out there yet, Deb. So Deb, we're going to go ahead and show them how they can get them. And if something comes up, we'll come back to you. So if you can kind of hang around for the next 5-6 minutes, that'd be great.
I'll do that. I'll be right here.
All right, thank you. All right, guys. So the first one we're going to talk about is the B62. Now, again, there's 3 sergers we're going to talk about. It's the B62, the B64, and the B68. Now, Deb was actually demonstrating the B64 today. Now, all 3 of these are the airlock sergers. So that's the great thing about this. Now, this one, we got on the screen right now is the B62 overlock serger. This is $12.99 price point on this. And you're going to get, with this, you're going to get that free 6-piece overlock foot kit with it absolutely free. Great package today for you. Give us a call at 800-401-8151. We do have financing available on this. Now, the next one is the B64. That is the one that you saw, Deb. This is the airlock overlock machine. Again, the price on this is $12.99. It also comes with that free 6-piece overlock foot kit. And again, guys, we have some financing on that. Give us a call, 800-401-8151, or you can just go to smplive.tv and you'll see the products on there. You can just click on the product. It'll take you right to the product page, and you can check out right online today, guys. We got the specials right online, so you can just go right and check out. You won't even have to call if you don't want to. Now, the third one that we're going to talk about is that B68. And the B68, the price on it is $17.99. Now, again, you're getting this one has a few more bells and whistles on it. And again, you're getting a 7-piece cover stitch foot kit with this. So it's a little bit bigger foot kit that comes with it. And guys, a lot of times on these feet, as y'all probably already know, a lot of times feet out there, they average from $25 to $50 on what feet cost. So you can just do the math and figure out how much value you're getting right now with those feet. Again, 800-401-8151 if you want to talk to one of our sales reps. We have the financing available, or you can just go to smplive.tv, click on that product. It'll take you right to the product page, and you can check out right online. We have the pricing. You can get financing, and you're going to get the foot kit right online if you want to check out. But guys,
those feet kit are normally about $189.
So yeah, Kyle's saying $189 if you went and bought the foot kit separately. So we're throwing in, quite a bit of value here, guys. Again, give us a call right now if you have any questions about it, 800-401-8151. But guys, we're going to talk about sergers all this month. And again, we've, shown you 4 really awesome sergers today. We started out the show with the Brother Airflow 3000. It's a brand new release from Brother. And then the Burnettes, all 3 of those. Then the B68 was a release back in August last year or September from Burnette, which is basically I call it a B64 on steroids. It is just a little bit bigger version with a few more bells and whistles, and then you get the extra foot with that kit that comes with it. So all 4 of these sergers, you can't go wrong. I would say that, we kind of talk about that a lot with the different brands. Nowadays, it just kind of depends on what kind of brand you're used to and what you like, because the sergers, all these air threader sergers are such a good quality serger, and they're so much far more advanced than the old sergers of a few years ago when you had to thread them manually. So again, guys, we hope that y'all enjoyed the show today. Deb did a fantastic job of doing the demonstration. We loved Angela Wolf stopping by, and basically you're getting to see some of the brand new products from her right here exclusively on SMP Live. And you heard her announcement about her show. We will get you the dates on that new show that's coming out, and you'll want to check that out because it's going to be Thursdays for sure at 8 a.m. Eastern or 8 p.m. Eastern time. And we don't know the exact date that the first showing is going to air, but we are one of the official sponsors of the show, and so we're pretty pumped about that. So we can't wait to be involved with them and see all the different challenges that they're going to be giving the sewers. So be pretty cool. So guys, thank y'all for joining the show today. We hope that you've really enjoyed this. And again, we're going to be in Las Vegas at the convention next week. Now, we're probably not going to be coming live to you from there, but what we're going to do, Kyle and I are going to go around and do some videotaping and tape some stuff. We'll get that over to Kennedy, and then Kennedy is actually going to have the show on Thursday. She's going to fill in for me, and then she will show the video. And if we can work it out, we may come live to you, but we may work that out. We'll figure that out. But we definitely are going to have a show next Thursday. We were going to cancel the show, but now we're going to have a show, either show some videotape from behind the scenes over there, or we're going to come to you live, one of the two. So, but you want to make sure y'all tune in because it's going to be pretty cool. All the different things you get to see at a big convention like that. And you never know what sewing celebrity we're going to run into because a lot of them there. Angela Wolf is going to be there for sure. And you never know who else will be there. So it'll be a lot of fun. All right, guys, we are at the end of our show, so we're going to give some stuff away. Thanks for sticking around today. And again, if you want to know how you can win things on our show, all you have to do is just participate. Go like, share, comment, subscribe, and you can make or ask questions, either one. But the first thing we're gonna give away today is some of our event bags. We're gonna give one customer out there a set of event bags. So Kennedy,
Yes.
spin that wheel.
Alrighty. Let's get some music going.
I'll look for your name on the screen there, Melissa Eggleton. Hey, we highlighted her at the first of the show,
did.
so congratulations, Melissa. And if I'm not mistaken, that's the first time I've ever seen her name. So she may be a new watcher. So thank you for watching, Melissa. She's watching today from YouTube. So Melissa, here's how you're going to claim your prize. Just go to smplive.tv. You're going to scroll down toward the bottom of that page where you see claim my prize, fill out all the information complete, hit submit, and we'll get your bag set sent out to you. Now, these are all individual bags. There's 8 in a set. They're normally $49.99 on our website, or you can buy them $9.99 individually. They all have extremely cool, unique sayings on them, and they're all different colors. So these are kind of like the permanent grocery bags that people use. So, a lot of people tell us this, they're where they put their fabric stash. So anyway, congratulations, Melissa. All right, next up, we are going to give away one of our world famous sewing mats. And again, guys, we always tell you, if you don't have a mat, one of these mats on your sewing machine, you're doing your sewing machine a disservice. It actually will help increase the life of the machine. It's going to reduce the noise, and it's also going to it doesn't let it scratch the surface you have it sitting on. They are fantastic, and it's not going to let it slide around. Very easy to take care of, and they come in some of the colors of the machines: the Brother Blue, the Baby Lock Gold, the red that matches Janome Bernina, and then we have some fantastic other colors.
And Blaine, we have a couple on sale right now.
Yeah, we actually have. There's 4 different colors that are on sale, and so if y'all go look at there's 13 different colors available. And there's 4 sizes in each color. Now, the only one that we don't have the 4 sizes in is the leopard print. We have a medium and large in it. And right now, the leopard print, what we call the best friends, which comes in pink or light blue, and then the American flag one, they're all 20% off. Those 4 are 20% off if you want to go buy any of those 4. So those are 20% off, and we're actually those are being discontinued. So you'll want to make sure y'all go get them, because once those are gone, they're gone. But we're going to be coming out with some new colors and designs as well. But guys, the American flag one's always been my favorite. I absolutely love that one. I've got 2 of those. So
you should, if you guys want to put your input on maybe some future colors or patterns, join our Facebook group and let us know, because who knows, maybe it'll come to life.
That's true. So if y'all want to have some input of what we do, go to our Facebook group. On Facebook, you can just go to our Facebook page, and it'll have a place on there where you can join the group. And so that way you can talk to Kennedy and tell her kind of what ideas you have, and you never know, your design might be used. So anyway, we're going to give one lucky viewer one of these at their choice. So Kennedy, spin that wheel.
Let's do it.
Sharon Wood Williams. So Sharon Wood Williams. So congratulations, Sharon. She's watching today from Facebook. So Sharon, how you're going to claim your sew mat is you're going to go to smplive.tv. Scroll down toward the bottom of that page. You're going to see where it says claim your prize. Fill out all the information complete. And most importantly, tell us what color of sew mat you want, what size, and we get that information. We'll get it shipped right to your doorstep. So how's that?
Very good.
All right, so next up, we are going to give a lucky customer a $100 gift card to Sewing Machines Plus. If you're local in Southern California and you win this, you can actually use this in our retail stores as well. We have one in Mission Bay Drive down in San Diego. We also have one up in San Marcos up it's called the Nordell Center, and right off of the 78 freeway. So you can use it either one of those, or you can just use it on SewingMachinesPlus.com, and you can right at the checkout, you just put the gift card code in there, and it'll take $100 off your purchase. It's that simple. All right, so Kennedy, spin
Yes.
that wheel.
Okay.
Debbie
Babarska.
Babarska. So Debbie Babarska, congratulations. Debbie is watching today from YouTube and having confetti fall all over her name right now. So I hope you're excited, Debbie. You just won a $100 gift card from Sewing Machines Plus. So how you're going to claim your prize, Debbie, is just go to smplive.tv, scroll down toward the bottom of that page where it says claim your prize, fill out the information, hit submit, and then we will email you back a gift card code that you'll be able to use online. Fantastic. All right.
Woo.
Next up, guys, we are going to give away one of our Encore 260A sewing machines away. And I'm also today going to throw in the extension table. So we're going to throw in the extension table with the sewing machine. And that makes this about a $349 value. And so this is a great little machine. If y'all have not seen this before on our shows, we've actually done a head-to-head with this with some of the really expensive, you know, $15,000 to $20,000 machines, and the stitch quality on this, you could not tell which one we stitched with what machine. So it really is a great little machine, travel machine as they call it. Very lightweight, 12 pounds. You can carry this thing about anywhere. So we're gonna give one lucky viewer one of these. So Kennedy,
Yes.
spin that wheel.
Okay.
Della Bagger.
Badger.
So congratulations, Della. That's a new name. I haven't seen that name on here. So I hope you're a newbie, Della. So you just won yourself a sewing machine. And so Della, we need you to go to smplive.tv. Scroll down toward the bottom of that page where it says claim my prize. Fill out all the information complete. Hit submit. And we will get your brand new 260A sewing machine sent out to your doorstep absolutely free. So what do y'all think about that? All right, guys. Thank y'all so much for joining in today. We hope that y'all had a great time. And big special thanks out there to Deb Donovan for taking some time out of her day to come and do some demo. And also a big thank you to Angela Wolf coming on today. I know she is a busy lady doing all kinds of shows, and she took some time out of her day to come on, and we always appreciate that. So guys, make sure y'all tune in next Tuesday, 10 a.m. Pacific time, 12 p.m. Central time. To Kennedy is going to be hosting Takeover Tuesday. You don't want to miss that show. And then on Thursday, 10 a.m. Pacific time, 12 p.m. Central time next week, we will be either coming to you live from Las Vegas, or we'll be Kennedy will be playing some videos of some stuff that we did in Las Vegas. But Kyle and I'll be over there all week. Nick is going to be over there with us from the call center, and we also have Deb Donovan is going to be going with us as well. So we're going to have some of the folks over there looking at some brand new products from some of the manufacturers, and there may be some things that we can't show you, but we're still going to be able to show you quite a bit. So hope y'all will tune in. And anyway, guys, thank y'all for joining in. We hope that you have a great rest of your day, great rest of your week, and hopefully we'll see y'all next week. See ya.